Hi, so we're on part 3 on the bottom of page 419, working with image links. So when you work with stuff, you can link to paths and breadcrumbs, which we kind of talked about in part 1, where things are linked to certain things and you can find them and edit them. So we are going to go to Window Links to open up the link panel. And this makes more sense in design. But if we kind of scroll this open and place it over, you notice you have these little house looking things, and that means these files are embedded in our program. And the kayak.jpg is not embedded. So if we click this go to link, it finds it and it selects it and opens up this drop down box. If yours is not open, you can go to this little annotator, but like before, it gives us the show and finder to find it all this information. And if we click this, it will show us the file in our finder. It's located in here. Go back to here. And actually you can do the same if in your control panel and click the kayak and there's relink, go to link, edit original, update link, placement, etc. So those are kind of those link information. The book has more information. I would read what the book says about it. On page 421, embedding and unembedding images. So embedding images means so if I send this to someone, like when you opened up and they didn't have the text files, it kind of was missing. It's kind of like when you send someone a file and they don't have that linked path on their computer, it's missing and they can't find it. So sometimes you need to embed things. So with the kayak image still selected, in our control panel, we can click the embed option. It's embedded within our document. So the link to the original file is removed. The image data is stuck in here, but remember it's still a raster object. These are still pixels. This is not a vector object. So with the kayak image still selected in our artboard, you can click the unembed button in the control panel right here to unembed it. The dialog box will open. So choose TIFF right there and click save. And it kind of saves it as a TIFF for us. Replacing a linked image. So if we need to replace a linked image, we can. So with the selection tool, keyboard shortcut V, drag the gradient filled rectangle off the left edge on top of the kayak TIFF where it's all nice and centered. Right there. And do object arrange, bring to front. And I'm actually going to nudge mine down a little. In the Layers panel, click the Edit column onto the left. So we're going to lock the background layer. Drag across the kayak.tiff gradient filled image in the light triangle. So we're just going to take a selection, drag here, and it's going to select these objects. We'll do a Command G to group them. Drag this new group so it aligns to the top of the artboard. Kind of messed it up. We're going to turn our smart guides off. We're going to do Option or Alt drag to make a copy. And if you look at the bottom of page 422, it shows us a picture where we'd like to do it. And we're going to do this 2 more times, so we have 4 image groups. So if we look at the top of page 423, what the images kind of look like and how they want them placed. In the second group from the top of the artboard, which is this one, we are going in the links panel. Pull that open. We are going to click the relink button, which is the lock looking guy right there, below the list of images. In the place dialog box, navigate to the lessons 14 images folder and select people.psd. And we want to make sure the link button is selected. Click place to replace the kayak image with people.psd. In the third group, the kayak TIFFs image still selected. We're going to do the relink, and we're looking for hiking.jpg with the link information selected. So relink, hiking, make sure link is selected, place. And then the last one, we'll take it, relink to snorkel.psd and place. So we're going to turn our smart guides back on. So the Command G, and then we're going to deselect. Click the top image group with the kayak.tiff image. Position the pointer just off, and we're just going to rotate it to the corner to 10%. So select this guy. Notice my cursor does the curvy. And we want it to be 10%. And we'd click the people.psd, which is the second one. We want to do the same and make it -5. And then the hiking, take that to 10. And the last one we'll do -10, snorkel. Okay, so we're almost done. We're going to exit out this link. And we're on page 424 in packaging a file. So when we package a file, we create a folder that contains a copy of the Illustrator document, any necessary fonts, copies, etc. So like we had these fonts that didn't exist, this would package all of them together. This is helpful for when you're working with large project clients who want the raw files. And you will turn in your package file to me. So next we'll go to File, Package. Document must be saved. We'll save our document. It takes a while to save because there's a lot of stuff that we've embedded. You're going to choose your folder. And you're going to do it in your folder. So make sure you're choosing the right folder. And we're just going to name it to Green Isle. Keep everything checked and click Package. This will say something about the copyright agreements. Just click OK. And we're going to click Show Package to see our package. So there's links. So if there's things that were linked, it saves the information there in a folder. This report. So color space, all this information that it may need, and then our Illustrator file. And one last thing, we'll do a file, export, JPEG somewhere. There it is. Use artboards, range 1, export. So you will turn in your package, which has your Illustrator files and your linked files, and you'll turn in your JPEG. And that is it for lesson 14. See you for lesson 15.